לו הייתי את הפרח צומברה.
Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo bop, skibbity bop bop bop, bibbity bop bop, dibbity ha, jibba dabba dabba doo bidoo, doo doo ba ah 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 ah, hey here, riggy goo, riggy goo, riggy goo goo goo, you goo, riggy goo goo. Gracias, señor. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. Oh my God, still white chocolate. How's everyone doing today? It's freaking Sunday. Let me fix my... I don't want to cover Vladimir Zelensky. Look at that thing. Good God, that's gorgeous. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let me just check in and see how everyone's doing. Make sure everything is good. You think a bunch of worthless billionaires, they shell out a little bit more dough for better musicians? Dude, no way. That is peak rich white people music right there. That is like the top tier. It doesn't get any better than this soundtrack than what you just heard. I mean, I feel like I want to hear it again. That's how good it is. This is the kind of music you hear at a coffee shop at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. The kind of musician who sells 7 CDRs and considers it a big deal. Hey man, I would consider it a big deal too. But one more time. Na 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 na. Beautiful, gorgeous, lovely, like a flower or tree. Oh, it just doesn't get any better. This is the kind of music I want my kids to grow up and listen to daily. Beautiful. It connects with Mother Earth. It connects with your private jets. It's everything you want and more in a soundtrack. Honestly, it does not get any better. What is going on with my filters? Good Lord. I think I'm wearing too much green. It's like, excuse me. But how's everyone doing on this lovely Sunday? I hope everyone's freaking feeling good and feeling fine. Now my mic is gone. God, it's just one of those days. Okay, that's a little better. Golly. Okay. Whatever. This is the kind of music you'd hear. Okay, sorry. I'd go to war with that song in my tank. Dude, I feel like I want to go to war just listening to that song. That song gets me jacked up. It gets me feeling good. I feel good just listening to it. It makes me feel like a better person. So we'll listen to that throughout the whole week. But let's get into some of the news. We have so much to get through as it's a lovely Sunday. Sunday cast. Who doesn't love a good Sunday cast? Drop a like for Sunday cast. I don't know if you're watching on Rumble, drop a thumbs up as well. I have the Rumble chat up as well, just so you know I am not messing around tonight because it's Sunday. Anybody? Oh, I need to finish that poll as well. I just want to see if I have people that are watching football. Not gonna lie, the song... I like the song as a meme and kind of aesthetically, except for the WF involvement. There we go. See, Jesse doesn't, he's not afraid to tell the truth, It's sexual in nature. It gets the people going. It gets the people off their seats and living the life that they want to live. No, 62% said they didn't watch football. No one watches football in my chat. Am I the only one that is a sellout? Oh, Willie, thank you so much for the super sticker, man. An orange suitcase with travel stickers.
Willie and Court super chatted $1.99.
Thank you, Willie. I appreciate you, my dude. That means a lot, man. I hope you're doing well. Drop a like. Let me know how you're doing. But let's get into some WF stuff before we get into some of the other news. The last time I had a Sunday cast, it was because of an unfortunate ranch dressing accident. It left me with a broken femur and 3 burning houses. I need to know more. Please call in with that story, Papa. Please call in with that story. But let's get in some of the news, as there's more and more information coming out about this Pfizer vaccine. It's hard for me to even get into some of this news when it comes to this Pfizer vaccine, because duh. You know what I mean? That's all I have to say about that. But here's the most evil person on earth, the Pfizer CEO.
What about the status of the booster in the U.S.? There's been a CFTC and FDA investigation into potential safety issues surrounding stroke for elderly people who have gotten the booster. What do you know about that?
No, I think what the CDC said was that they saw a signal in one small database, and as a result, they triggered a very comprehensive review of all databases in existence, and they discovered nothing.
It's not that you sound like a James Bond villain. It's that you sound exactly like a James Bond villain. Smash that like button with the CEO of Pfizer smashes up.
So then, just for transparency reasons, we had seen a signal, we tested, we found nothing. The same is with us. We were alerted that they found that. We'll do it. Our own investigation in all databases in Europe, Israel.
I love that. Nothing says honest and transparent like doing your own investigation. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Can I get an amen? Yes, amen. Thank you.
And the U.S., and we found in none of them anything.
None of them. So are you continuing to look into safety issues? People wonder if it makes people more vulnerable to cardiac arrest.
I hate when people talk like this and talk with that up speech. That drives me absolutely insane. Why do people do that? As soon as they start listing stuff, they just go, they're just like, yeah, I had a great day today. But then I cleaned my room, and then I did my dishes, and then I did my closet, and then I came out of the closet, and everything was better that time. Why do people do that? It drives me nuts. Just stop up talking. Oh, God. Okay, sorry.
You've seen all the, some conspiracies and some, valid.
Yeah, irrelevant from conspiracy or not, we have a team that constantly does this. They are.
I have no idea what you just said, but I'm here for it. What? And that in itself is a conspiracy theory. But the conspiracy theory. Okay. Yes.
Collaborating with major scientific institutions, and they are doing with them.
What are you, racist towards California twang? Yes, is that what it is? It's the California twang? Oh, God. God.
And alone ourselves, digging into databases, and we constantly analyze data. We've seen not a single signal, although we have distributed billions of doses.
Exactly. I don't know what he said, but I freaking trust him due to the accent. And also because this is a good song. Oh, God, it just doesn't get any better. He's got a point. The last vaccine I ended up with a hard exploding, but look, I grew back. Papa. I was reading that. I was like, I can't read that out loud, but I want to so bad. Save that for the Rumble only Porsche. They're spitting out the fact that the Ys can open up. Okay, exactly. Okay, and then it gets in even better because this is what happened today in Australia. So Australia had a newscast. That saw a 17% increase in deaths from heart attacks, and they just can't figure out why. What do you think is the reason?
The pandemic has helped fuel a rise in the number of fatal cardiac arrests across the country, according to a new report. Let's bring in today's Ashlyn Krukellis in Brisbane for us. Morning, Ashlyn. What are health experts saying?
Jane, they say the data is concerning, and that's because it shows within the first 8 months of 2022, more than 10,200 Australians died due to heart-related disease, and that number is considered 17% higher than what would be considered normal. In this report this morning, health experts say quite simply the pandemic increased risk factors. They include the virus itself. Some studies show that some people have a higher likelihood of heart disease or stroke after COVID-19 infection. Then there's the fact that some people delayed medical treatment and therefore delayed going and getting their usual health checkups and getting diagnosis and then treatment. And then to a lesser extent, there's the fact that hospitals were extremely busy during this time. Perhaps reassuringly, though, the Heart Foundation says 2022 also led to a surge in people getting heart checks. And Jane, that is certainly something they recommend everyone do.
I mean, if I talk, I get in trouble. You know what I mean? It's just like, when I hear that, all my brain does is go. And that's what I have to say about that. Back to you in the studio, Bob. The Australians only eat cheap ribeye steaks. Wait. The Australians only eat cheap ribeye steaks and bloomin' onions. Okay, that makes sense then. You know, and drink cheap beer. Foster's, Australian for beer, mate. With phosphorus and spend the night with watching you serious movies. What? That's the kind of lifestyle of death sentence. Amen. You like that song? Admit it. You know, Jesse, I'm gonna admit it. It was like I was making fun of it at first, but it's a vibe. Ooh, yeah. I want to listen to that song and then read Harry's new book, Spare. My penis is oscillating. God. This is all I can think about when I hear her say this.
Joe Biden is. If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
It's growing on me, though. It's growing on me. I don't know what just happened. I just glitched out. This is the kind of music that plays at a party that a Bond villain throws. 100%. 100%. Some of the scariest Bond villain of all time, for sure. Speaking of scary Bond villains, have you seen this video of... we need to have a counter for how many times Joe Biden will just flat out lie about his lifestyle. I know everyone on the left is so freaked out about Santos right now, but this guy just nonstop lies about his resume.
I was a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. Things were going fine.
Biden was a professor at UPenn. Please get in the comments and tell me you took his class. And what was it? How to get away with murder. But back to this song. God, gets me going. Gets the people going. No one knows what it means. She's the one blue alien opera singer from The Fifth Element. That's 100% what she is. If we had a dime or a nickel for every time Joe Biden lied, I think we would have a few $1,000s. I'm not gonna lie. I think it would be up there. It'd be up there with something. Never before. Wait. I saw YouTube just censored you, Papa. Never before have I ever seen such a stunning and brave display of white culture. That's exactly what it is. It's white culture. It's unabashedly in your face white culture. And that's why it's so uncomfortable for me. Sometimes you just hate your own. Did you see the CNN interview where Santos' old roommate stole his car? No. Stop. God. He's like, I just took this picture. I don't know if you guys watched SNL, but like they literally obviously didn't make fun of Joe Biden in his documents. Not one joke, of course. Every joke was about George Santos. But it's like, he's already so funny. Just let it be. You got to make fun of things that aren't already funny. That's what's funny. Not just like reiterating the same joke over and over again. Speaking of the same joke, that song Killing Me is like gun show material. Speaking of joke, here is our supreme leader. Our supreme leader, Lindsey Graham, just letting us know that we're going to continue supporting Ukraine, aka funding this war, no matter what. Because
Kevin McCarthy said no blank checks. That makes sense to me. We're not asking for a blank check. I'm not. I'm asking for military aid to accomplish the purpose of driving Russian invaders out of Ukraine.
Exactly. I'm not asking for a blank check so I can be rich and do whatever what I want from my life. I'm just asking for more enjoyment. I'm not asking for $1 million. I'm asking for, a bunch of zeros in front of, with a 1 in front of it. Like, it's just tomato, potato. Am I right, Lindsey Graham?
If Putin gets away with this, there goes Taiwan.
Stop. Wait. What is he looking at? What is he freaking looking at? Wait.
There goes Taiwan.
There goes Taiwan right there, dude. Right here. Right here is Taiwan. Right there. Yeah. You like that? God, what is this?
If Putin's successful in Ukraine is not prosecuted under international law, everything we've said since World War II becomes a joke.
Are they in Ukraine right there? I don't know. I don't know what he's looking at. We have to support Ukraine. How the hell else is the government supposed to launder obscene? How dare you say that? Papa, they are not laundering money. They just don't want to be held accountable for where it goes. Don't ask questions. Just have faith in your leaders. Just know they are good on the inside and the outside.
He will continue beyond Ukraine.
I think he's looking for Donald Trump.
Will continue. Everything we've said since World War II becomes a joke. He will continue beyond Ukraine.
Exactly. After Putin takes Ukraine, he's coming to America. Fear-mongering 101. It gets the people going. I'm excited. You're excited. These guys are trying to act tough and strong, but in reality, they look as they're waiting to get home and watch reruns of Matlock. And Golden Girls. Hey, how dare you say that? Golden Girls is actually good. I think he heard explosions in the background. Maybe. But I think you have more faith in him than I do for that reason. And for those reasons, I'm out. Sorry. I watched too much Shark Tank. I want to punch my Shark Tank in the face right now. Okay. We are going to watch... I want to watch a little bit of... what do I want to watch? I have like a few different... Let's watch something funny, and then we'll go back to something more serious. Lindsey Graham's wife won't let him go watch Golden Girls. It gets him too excited before bed. Oh, God. Just the idea of Lindsey Graham being excited makes me want to throw open my mouth and swallow it like a good girl. Okay, what was I going to watch? Okay, this is a video. This is about a man going around asking, is 5 years old too young to medically transition people at UCLA campus? Tell me this isn't insane without telling me this isn't insane.
How old is she?
She's 5.
She wants to do the transition now.
Correct.
As a 5-year-old. Okay.
Great.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. I'm Ami Horowitz, and the very young transitioning has gathered a lot of support from the left. But how young is too young? Let's find out. Little Annie Rodriguez is a 5-year-old girl of color. and she wants to transition, but her bad parents won't let her. Would you guys mind signing a support for her?
Sure.
Thank you. Little Annie Rodriguez is a 5-year-old girl of color, and she wants to transition, and her parents aren't letting her. And we're trying to petition support for her.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
At 5, she has a right to be who she wants to be, correct?
I agree.
You know, I think she knows what she is.
Right.
I think she's fully developed enough to realize that. Her parents think that she can't make that kind of decision, and we think she can. And I think she's ready to make a decision like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you're coming up to people and during a pandemic, I think you should at least be wearing a mask.
Got him. If you're going to be a part of us, just so you know, you need to be wearing a mask. That's insane that people are willing to do that. It just shows you how like stupid, like people have no idea about brain development or psychology whatsoever, but then they go around telling you how to live. It's insane.
But it's for little Annie Rodriguez.
You really cared about her and wanted to talk to people so that we put a mask on while talking.
What do you think about parents who won't let their kids transition? How do you feel about that?
It's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you think about parents who won't let the kids transition? What are your thoughts?
Not very open-minded.
I mentioned she's 5 years old,
Okay.
and they're against it. You know, she wants to go, she feels strongly about it.
How old is she?
She's 5.
Clown world. It literally is a clown world. These people vote, you know? I know George Santos is such a big talking point, but these people are just like worse in my eyes.
She wants to do the transition now.
Correct.
As a 5-year-old. Okay.
Great.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
But I would say that they do know how to.
Papa thinks these people are the dumbest people on
I
earth.
think you know how I feel.
Yeah.
I agree. And if they feel like they should go through the steps, hormone, surgery, I think that's more healthy for them.
I agree.
And that their parents should take a step back and let their kids do what they feel is right.
I'm glad that you're doing this.
Thank you very much.
Really amazing.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
It's amazing. You're brave, you're beautiful, you're spreading the gospel, you're spreading the good news, letting everyone know that a 5-year-old too can transition. Fun fact, I got into UCLA and I used the transcript of a dead person and fabricated my zest course. How dare you say that?
You know, she wants to go through hormone therapy, surgery, and I think she can make her own decisions in life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Little Annie Rodriguez. Little Annie Rodriguez. Go through hormone therapy and surgery and become who she is.
Okay.
Thank you very much for support. She wants to take hormone therapy, she wants to finish the surgery, hormone therapy, get surgery.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much. But thank you for supporting her decision at 5 years old. Thank you. How sad is a world where they won't allow a 5-year-old to do that?
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
Sad,
I appreciate it.
Oh, it's a petition
Yeah.
for what? What's the issue?
Someone wants to become trans and parents won't let them.
Someone wants to be, how old are they?
5.
They're 5. And they're right, your parents don't let you.
Wow. One person. God, that's so refreshing. At least one person. You know, all it takes is one of us to make a change in the world. And that guy was one of us. Let's sign the child abuse petition. I know, seriously. Like, what the... People are... Yeah, sure, yeah. 5 years old, transitioning. Excuse me? No. You're wrong for saying that, Derek. How freaking dare you? These people know exactly what's going on at freaking 5 years old. Nobody... all these like people that are for transition at that kind of age need to work in education for longer than for a month, a week, and then you will be like, oh, what was I thinking of? Thinking a 5-year-old would know anything other than some of the most silly things on earth. God, I need to go back to this. It's a vibe. All right, next video. I'm going to let you guys choose because that's what I'm about here. We're all about polls and insurrections here at the Derek O'Shea Show. What is it called? I'm like blanking. Okay. this? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, you guys choose what we watch next. No insurrections in my polls. Polls and insurrections. Is this what you support? Yes. You may insurrect my channel. If you know what I mean, dude. Okay. The students don't remember what it's like to be 5, that you can barely spell, let alone figure out how your own gender. Yeah. Yeah, you're trying to learn how to share toys at 5 years old, let alone not pee, hold your pee. I petition to not hear that stupid blue lady. No way. Willie? Okay, maybe I'll think about it. Sometimes you need a mental break, and she provides you with a mental break like no other. All right, I'm going to check out this. Okay. We got four votes in. 5 votes. I'm going to close it soon and make sure to get your votes in. You can't be mad with whatever the election is. If I become president, I'm president. Stupid Flute Lady is the official lady of negotiation. Yes, she is. She's beautiful and brave. Believing in what a 5-year-old believes in. Isn't that the whole left side equality believing in? Yeah, it's true. That is true. Okay, I'm gonna close this and see. What did we come down to? Please tell me. Meet the Press. Okay, Meet the Press today had Joe Manchin and Nancy Mace, and I think we need to call them after the show and let them know, or during the show, and let them know our thoughts about what happened, and tell them if they need to change anything. Because apparently Joe Manchin came out and said that he's going to maybe run for president today and Meet the Press. Who do you think you are? God.
Hey, this debt limit is going to get raised. We just don't know how it gets done. Even Republican Senate Leader Mitch McConnell concedes this point.
America must never default.
I love that that's like a statement. Even Mitch McConnell. Who is saying Mitch McConnell is a conservative? Nobody except people on the left, because they don't ever have a conversation with people on the right. What? Привет, babushka. I thought I was going to like Nancy Mace until I saw her build my arm on Friday. Yeah, that's why I have queued up a little bit of that. Nancy Mace, so I kind of know her. Because I'm from South Carolina. She's like a little bit more aggressive than a Mitch McConnell. I don't know. She has some good qualities, but a lot of not good qualities. She wants to be on MSNBC too bad and news, and she wants to be put out on every news network too. She's social media influencer vibes. Would you rather vote Manchin or Biden? Oh dear God. Manchin, but I would do it. I don't know.
On its debt, it never has and never will.
Should we be concerned about a financial crisis?
No, I would not be concerned about a financial crisis.
No, absolutely not. As we put another spending package through, it's no big deal. We'll just print that money. And Ukraine needs another 100 billion stat with no reason to be worried about financial crisis. The dollar is backed by the dollar, so no big deal there.
And joining me now is Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia. Senator Manchin, welcome back.
Chuck, it's always good to be with you.
Look, I want to get into the debt ceiling. I want to get into all this stuff, but we got some developments overnight with this classified documents. An FBI search. White House said it was coordinated with you.
You might have a little bit of cousin's blood in your bloodline, probably. Probably. God. That's offensive.
FBI, but we now have an FBI search in the former President Trump.
I think we all had a little bit of cousin blood back in the day, if you know what I mean.
Now we have an FBI search into
all his food to be jellied before it's consumed.
What's your assessment of how the president has handled this situation?
Well, I mean, it's just hard to believe that in the United States of America we have a former president and a current president they're basically in the same situation. How does this happen? You know, only thing I can tell you, Chuck, is when I go into the skiff with the secured documents, they always ask, are you clean when you walk out? Yeah. They want to make sure you're not carrying anything out. So you know, and it might be a mistake. You might just put it in your other papers, but you double check right there. So that, to be held accountable and responsible is what we all are. And to put those in unsecured spaces is irresponsible.
Do you see similarities, or do you see more differences in how President Trump versus how President Biden
I'm not going to make that decision, but I think that Merrick Garland did.
Oh, God. Just weakness. You can't make that decision. You can't see any differences between Trump's files and Biden's files. None. Okay.
The right thing by putting a special counsel.
You do.
And I think that we should wait until the special counsel rather than making this a political circus. Let them find out the facts. What was one more damaging? Are they both about the same? Did not cause any problem?
Manchin might run for president because he's going to lose his seat in the next election. I guess that makes sense. You think he's going to lose his seat? I mean, I hope so.
Or is one more reckless and irresponsible than the other? I can't answer that question, but I think the special counsel will do a better job than the politicians and the political circus that's going to follow.
President Biden said he had no regrets in how he handled this. Do you have any advice for him on how he should handle this?
Oh, I think he should have a lot of regrets. Yeah, I would think that. I said whoever's responsible. I mean, if I hold people accountable, and I use whether it be my chief of staff or my staff that we're doing this, and I'm looking at, then I'm going to hold someone accountable. But basically, the buck stops with me.
So you think he should be out there and look? I messed up. Maybe I didn't do it. Just say it. Just fall on your sword here.
We're all human. Yeah. We make mistakes. I can tell you, I don't think anyone intended.
Yeah, exactly. It was an accident. I know a lot of people, lose their jobs and their entire careers over the similar circumstances. But when Joe Biden does it, it's just a mistake. Give the guy a break. He likes ice cream. Manchin is a career politician. He knows nothing about accountability. Exactly. That's like the point of the night, If you've been in politics for longer than, 8 years, I just don't trust you. I don't care how good you are.
Sure didn't intend for it to fall in the wrong hands and use it against our country. I know they didn't intend that to happen. Could it have happened? I don't know. And yeah, you just might as well say, listen, it's irresponsible. It was something we should have had a better check and balance on.
Now, former President Trump defied a subpoena. So in that sense, the way each has handled it is different. Do you acknowledge that?
Absolutely, much different than the other. One's saying, okay, I hope I didn't make any mistakes. Right. I hope no one was compromised. I hope we didn't hurt our country. And the other one says, no, I know it didn't. Believe me.
Yeah, well, one was a president, one was a vice president. One had legal authority to do it, and one didn't. But, we're all... Joe Biden's a good guy. Didn't you see Joe Biden on SNL? I mean, Joe Biden did a video for... for SNL. It was amazing. He's literally a man of the people. They need to go into Biden's library. He has on the University of Delaware. Subpoena was withdrawn.
Well, you know what? They said verify. You have to verify.
Trust but verify.
Trust but verify. Let's find out. And that's what the special counsel's about.
And that's what you want here. Both special counsels to sort of resolve this.
First of all, every one of us in our life have to be held accountable and responsible for our actions.
Wait, what did you say, Baba? I once had a box full of firearms in my garage, unlocked and unattended, while my idiot grad cousin sleeping with a gangster buddy. It was a total accident. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you break the law, I guess you could just say, it was an accident, and people are just like, oh, yeah, no big deal there. Keep your job, stay where you are, enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Bush and Obama changed the law about the VP being able to declassify documents.
And they want, basically, when you're held accountable, are you responsible or not?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the worst president, Bush or Obama?
Can you fix that? Did you make a mistake? Fine.
And that's what you think. The president needs to get out there and just get in front of it.
Cicero said to err is human. You're a human being. You're going to make mistakes. Yeah. Did you intend to make it? Did you intend to harm somebody? Did you intend to basically do an irresponsible thing? I don't think. Hopefully, neither one of them did.
Right.
But they sure turned out to be irresponsible.
Let's talk about the debt ceiling. As always, you're trying to find a compromise middle ground.
Yeah, I agree, Obama.
I know your instinct here. But why
but not by much.
Republicans get the benefit of the doubt on the debt ceiling here, considering that that they're sort of manufacturing a crisis?
It's like being if I want to be shot with a 22 or 25, exactly.
A bit unnecessary right now.
Well, first of all, if one side thinks that the other one's more responsible for the debt, at $31.4 trillion, that is totally not accurate, and it's deceptive.
Which I agree with him with that one. Republicans and Democrats are to blame for the debt. Yes. One's a little bit more aggressive, and one just pretends like they're not that aggressive.
We're all responsible. We got a $31.4 trillion debt. It's a runaway debt, and no one's holding themselves accountable. And basically, I think you've said it, use the budget process. I've been here 12 years. We haven't had a budget yet.
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
We haven't had a budget yet.
And that's what I question. You want to do this special committee here. And I'm sitting here going, why add more bureaucracy? We have a budget committee. We have 2 budget committees. We have a joint committee on taxation. We have all these different committees that have already been created to deal with this process. Why can't we use the congressional bureaucracy that exists?
We have 12 appropriations committee that's supposed to do their job. Why don't you basically put a time certain on what you can do and what you can't do and when you do it?
Papa, Chuck Todd's wife's boyfriend is ashamed of Chuck Todd.
God. I can't speak for that. I was a former governor of the state of West Virginia.
Right.
I was responsible for a balanced budget amendment and basically staying within the realms of my Constitution. So, I met every week. Every week, like clockwork, they walk in my office on a Tuesday or Wednesday and sit down and go over it. You're either going to have to make some cuts now, make some adjustments now, so we can end the year with a balanced budget or a surplus. There's nothing that holds us accountable. Nothing at all. We can say, we're going to do it. As I've said before, 12 years, haven't had a budget. That's ridiculous.
So you want to do this sort of, you and Senator Romney, to have committee that deals with the trust.
Yeah, but a committee that agreed to spend $1.7 trillion on making sure Nancy Pelosi gets a building named after. Exactly. These things should be debated, not just put in these little committees, pass through, nobody reads these bills.
Trust fund issues. But right now, neither party wants to touch that. I mean, in that sense, Donald Trump came out, and certainly Democrats, nobody wants to touch Social Security or Medicare.
Well, first of all.
So how do you separate those two out and deal with our fiscal?
Why would you scare the bejesus out of people that basically, let's say in West Virginia, I got 60% of my population, that's all they have is Medicare and Social Security. You think I'm going to go down that path and put them?
60% is on Medicare. Is that what he just said?
In that sense, you have Donald
corralled in without scaring the bejesus, depending on what political side you're on.
Let me ask you about wasteful spending, because one of the 3 most...
Accountability, you voted. Jim Justice is probably going to run against Manchin in 2024. I can see that. Accountability, you voted for a spending package that was 4,000 pages long and felt... Yeah, exactly. It's just whatever the talking point is today is what they say. They don't actually know what they're saying when they say it.
Hypocritical words I hear are waste, fraud, and abuse. Right. Everybody says, waste, fraud, and abuse.
And it's all there. It's all there.
But waste, fraud, and abuse isn't going to balance the budget. Okay, at the end of the day, there's going to have to be choices that have to be made. What is something that ought to be in the discussion of, maybe we're spending too much?
Well, we know we're spending too much because we're not balancing our budget. We're going to have more debt.
But you voted on a bill that increases spending, and then at the same time you talk about how we need to be more accountable for our spending. It just... Oh, you're a liar. I got it. God.
Bottom line is, it's in the eyes of the beholder. That's the problem that we have.
Yep, $3.5 million given to Michelle Obama, a woman who just literally done nothing for 6 years. Hey, Michelle Obama got a bunch of fat kids to lose weight. Don't you remember her mission in life? It was amazing. I lost weight. You lost weight.
535 people said, well, yeah, what you're doing is wasteful, Chuck. I think you ought to cut that. And you're going to say, okay, Joe, how about yours?
But your spending that you think is mandatory, another person thinks is wasteful, right? Or abuse.
Yeah, and in here, just think, for every dollar, just break it down to the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there any savings within that dollar you think that there's wasteful or abuse that we could at least have a target to set? Is it a penny? Is it 5 pennies? Is it a nickel? Where is it?
But here's what gets lost here is nobody will put anything on the table. Everybody says, we've got to cut spending. Well, what? And nobody wants to articulate
the process.
The what.
Chuck, you hit it dead on the head. The process isn't working. How come we're not held accountable?
Man, so the S&P Social Security thing, I know that debate is such an obvious thing. The idea of Social Security being privatized is hell will freeze over before that happens, I believe, unfortunately. Michelle finally caved and got a bunch of 5th graders geriatric bypass. Don't you remember when what was that one show that was like big when Michelle Obama and Obama was president? Honey Boo Boo. It was like the really, really obese little girl. It was like so polar opposites. How about we don't spend $500 million to secure the border in Tunisia? Well, they need a border. We don't, because they're a real country. We're not.
To have the appropriation bills done at a certain time before the end of the fiscal year.
Cut spending? No.
Well, that's what
I mean, what does Chuck Schumer say? What does Mitch McConnell say?
You know what happens? It rolls over into an omnibus bill at the end, and everything's thrown into it. Okay, here we got it, guys. That's it. Makes no sense.
So it sounds like you actually think the debt ceiling is a moment we should use to focus on.
Well, if you're going to use a debt ceiling for anything except for theatrics, okay, which is what probably might happen for a while, we're going to pass the debt ceiling. You are exactly correct.
Right.
It has to pass. You know, we have the currency of the, good faith in of the United States dollar and the currency of the world. You just can't let it default and basically hold us.
Does that sound like a man that's confident in our currency? I don't think so. God, the U.S. dollar cannot fail because it's the dollar and stuff. All these clowns on the talk, just talk in circles. That's 100% what they do. We can literally, but that's why we watch it, because we watch it to mock them and laugh at them. That's literally my show. It's like watch the news with somebody who is not going to make you lose your mind, but make you cut through the BS and laugh at it with it together. We could save literally $750 million not teaching Ecuadorian kids about drag shows. I remember doing that part in this show. That was insane. The dollar's on the freaking verge of collapse. How dare you? Didn't you just hear him talk about how serious this dollar is?
Of the United States dollar and the currency of the world, you just can't let it default and basically hold us in jeopardy from where we stand in the world order. With that being said, is how do you get to it? Do you
New World Order?
This moment, do you come to a responsibility? What are we paying for interest now? Mm-hmm. For 10 years, it was zero. It was funny money. We're not, it doesn't put any burden. Right. We're just raising debt, but we're not basically harming how we have to meet that debt through our interest payments. Now we're talking real money on an interest base. We're almost up to what our defense budget is, paying in interest.
I guess I come back to, and I don't think you have the answer either, which is, what is the moment to force this conversation?
This is a moment.
I didn't see that video, Junior.
Kevin McCarthy coming in new.
The petrodollar's on the screen.
Yes, it's serious. And he takes it from the standpoint. Now he knows.
What does he need to do that you would take him seriously on this?
Well, Chuck.
You know what I mean by that? Like, how do you know when he's being...
I'm playing hard to get. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to play hardball with a bunch of Republicans.
being serious, and how do you know when he's playing politics?
The bottom line is he has a heck of a political hand that's not very very good right now. He's not holding a lock, if you will, and he has 10 or 12 that's pretty much out there. Mm-hmm. He has to make a decision how he wants to govern and how he wants this next 2 years in this 118th Congress. It was amazing. I just saw that the Ohio legislature, I don't know if you paid any attention to that.
Yeah.
The Ohio legislature, which is Republican controlled, basically chose their new speaker, a Republican, with as many, if not more, votes from the Democrats, because they wanted someone they can work with. That's a coalition. Why can't we put coalitions together here?
Well,
some moderate centrist Democrats coming over and working whoever's the majority and saying you don't have to bow on kowtow to the extremes.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about primaries. A lot of your colleagues have to worry about primaries. Isn't that why this doesn't happen?
I got to be honest with you, Chuck. If it's all about the election, the next election, that's the worst thing can happen to us.
That is literally what our politics is about elections and making sure you make your base believe you're going to do what you're going to do. That is literally what it is. God. Joe was at the gym and you went and practically checked out shoes. How dare you? Because we spent the last decade demonizing the other side. Exactly.
Came from Davos. There's a moment, I don't know if you realize, that went viral between you and Senator Sinema. I want to show the moment here. I want to ask you about it. You guys are high-fiving. We'll show it again here. And I think it was right after she was talking about the filibuster.
Yeah.
Is that what you're high-fiving about?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about right now? Is a high five? Let's do that high five in 4K, 8K slow motion. One more time, Frank, with the high five.
That was, I think, after that, and I saw her hand go up, and I said, sure. Because here, the two of us are committed to...
I saw her hand go up, and I was like, okay, yeah, bro. Let's check out this high five together. Yes! We're doing it, Ned. We're at the World Economic Forum. Don't ever forget. One more time. And don't forget, they were high-fiving each other.
Protecting the filibuster.
I love how these guys talk about checks and balances, and they're installed to protect the Republicans somehow, or threat to our Republic. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Brought to you by Braun. It's crazy how much politicians obsess over the next election. That's the most unfortunate thing ever. That's why we need term limits more than ever, but it'll never get passed. No way. No way. That'll never happen.
Which I think protects checks and balances on executive.
But I'm going to believe tonight that they are going to pass. I believe.
So if you have a Democrat president, House and Senate, and you have a strong president, basically as leader of the party, then you don't have a check and balance, because I guarantee you the House and Senate will do whatever the president wants. And I've said this before, I appreciate the Republican senator.
I'll take Bitcoin, I'll take gold, I'll take silver. I don't care at this point. It can't be nothing.
And under leadership of Senate minority leader at that time, McConnell, majority leader at that time, with Donald Trump every day beating on him, get rid of the filibuster. You got 53, 54 Republicans, and he would not. And I appreciate that. And I told Harry Reid we should not have done it when we did it in 2013. But to come back now, the checks and balances aren't there. It makes it and forces us to work together. Think what we've accomplished in the 117th into the most divided Congress that we've ever had. And we did more substantial bills, I think, is going to be transformational.
You think those first 2 years of Biden and this Democratic Congress is going to be historic?
I think it's going to be transformational and historical, yes. Because here you had bipartisan infrastructure bill we haven't done for years.
Yeah.
You had then on top of that the CHIPS Act, which will bring in manufacturing back.
Rare VHS tapes and priceless piece of art. This guy seems like really slow self-esteem. Yeah, he doesn't seem very
loyal and
confident in anything he's saying.
And then we have the Inflation Reduction Act, which is going to give us...
He doesn't seem confident in what he's saying because he knows what he's saying is a lie.
Yeah. It's been misaligned because this administration basically said it's environmental. That bill's designed to be energy security, Chuck, and energy security is exactly what we need.
You're frustrated that the White House won't say the phrase energy security.
They will not use the word, and they haven't. I'm begging you all, please, energy security. We have to have fossil. We do it better and cleaner than anywhere in the world. And we can be energy secured for 10 years and also be able to invest in technology of the future.
Is this an agenda you can run for re-election on in West Virginia?
Yeah, most certainly, because we're seeing right now, I've got a battery plant coming in. I've got basic...
Fun fact, Joe Manchin's boyfriend goes fishing on the weekends out of pity. You should go take some testosterone supplements and try again. Yes. The guy wrote the Bitcoin Standard on Lex Freeman. It was pretty good. Yeah, I saw that. It was good.
Hydrogen coming in that direction. We've got expansion, and we're using our coal with carbon capture sequestration.
Yeah.
We've got basically methane capturing using gas. We have people that are fighting continuously.
No, Joe, we're going to do the clean route and let poor third world countries do our oil for us. Duh. That's what clean energy is, idiot.
You have to have the pipelines to move this product, and it's going to be needed. If not, you're going to end up like Europe. And that's what I didn't want to rub it into them, but Europe took an approach that they're going to say, we're going to have cap and trade, and we're going to have basically charging you carbon tax. I've said I'm not going to support that and vote for it because I think it doesn't work. So what I took the approach, and basically wrote this bill, was incentives. And it was working, and that's why they were all upset. That's why the chancellor and that's why presidents of other countries were very upset on this bill and concerned about it.
If you run for office in 2024, you going to run as a Democrat?
Chuck, I haven't made a decision what I'm going to do in 2024. I got 2 years ahead.
He almost convinced me why a monarch might be the best form of government. How about anarchy?
Let me now to do the best I can for the state and for my country.
What's on the table? Is re-election on the table?
Everything's on the table.
Is running for governor on the table or no?
No, I've done that.
That you've ruled out.
I've done that. Yeah.
So everything on the table, there's basically only one other thing, the presidency. Is that something you would do outside the Democratic Party?
The only thing I can tell you is what I will do is whatever I can when I make my decision, what I think is the best that I can support and represent the people of West Virginia, but also be true to this country and the Constitution of this country.
Oh, God. Now, I hope he does run for a Democrat. God.
That sounds like somebody that's looking for a way into
word salad. That yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, every senator's on a national.
I understand that, but you know where I'm going.
I know where you're going, and the bottom line is
you're not telling me no.
I really think Biden wants to run. Manchin can't beat him alone. He needs a left challenger too. Yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you that I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that when I make my decision, I make it based on what's best, what I think I can do to support and best for my country and my state.
Do you want President Biden to seek re-election?
He'll have to make that decision. I think that's a personal decision.
And you haven't decided if he does, you're not ready to.
I don't think that I think the FBI is trying their darnest to not let him run again. I think they want somebody else. They want a younger, useful idiot. I want to see the government whose leaders are elected by going through degraded obstacle course. Yes, I really think Biden wants to run. Manchin can't beat him. Needs a left challenge. As long as the king believes in freedom and leaving people alone, then I have no problem democracy or anything. Yeah, I'm an advocate for freedom as much as possible because I trust you and me over any governmental official ever for anything. I'm for anarchy because it would mean abolishing the federal government. You know, that's the first step, you know, maybe a reset. Maybe we can't vote our way out of this one. Joe Mancurian. Yes.
I haven't decided on anything I'm going to do until I see what the lay of the land is going to be at that time, because this country needs to unite. We need to come back together. We're not coming together. And it needs to bring somebody that can bring this country together. I think he's done a good job in so many factions, in so many areas. I think there's a lot more to be done.
Goose baby, I don't really have a habit of clicking on links.
To the left too far, and I think
but what's up?
That. I've been up front with that. That center is what the country wants. That's what the people want in America. They want us to work out of the center. That hey, just because you're on one side or the other, Republican ideas aren't always bad, and the Democrats don't have all the answers, and vice versa. Work in that, but don't be pure to where I'm sorry, that's a Democrat idea, and I'm a Republican. No way I can agree with that. To me, that's foreign to me.
Senator Joe Manchin, there's a bunch of other things I wanted to get to, but
I'm sure we will.
We will keep doing it.
Okay,
fascinating conversation. So when would you make a decision about 2020?
Well, I'm not in a hurry. As you know, I'm not
filing deadlines.
It's a YouTube link, my guy. Yeah. Voting our way out of the mess is like trying to dig yourself a hole. It's possible. I just don't see how exactly. They will remove Biden for documents so they can also remove Trump for documents. Yeah, maybe that's a good shout out. If a king teaches his kids about libertarian values as a king would be best. Yeah, but what happens when that king dies? Then who's next? His son, his evil son? Democrats have been acting like all of their ideas have been spewed out of the almighty mouth of the hole in the last 3 years. If a king wants to prosper, he needs to let his people prosper the most as well.
Early.
How about that? What did that guy address? When the king dies, or what if the king's murdered? Then what? You know, his predecessor is an evil prick. Then what?
In 2024, so you got to make this decision.
Well, not in West Virginia.
All right, now we got Nancy Mace
on by the coming Republican presidential primary.
All right, now you guys get to choose what we watch next, because this is what we're all about: democracy. Meet the P. Okay, you're next. Joffrey doesn't deserve the kingdom. Exactly. If a king wants to prosper, he needs to let his people prosper as the most as well. Yes. President Harris, please. Teaching his kids about libertarian values covered that. Yeah, but what if his kids don't follow him? You know, what kid there are just too many examples of when children do not follow their parents, or like their parents are good people, and then you have a drug addict in the family, Hunter Biden. And I'm not saying that his parents are good people. I'm just saying like you might have a rogue child on your hand. I think there may have been 3 good kings in his. Well, that's what I'm saying. Show me a good king, and I'll show you a bad king. Then the people uprise and take maybe. What if the military is too powerful? While you guys vote, I will play this song to make the.
Like a flower or tree.
All right, I think the votes are in. I knew that would make the votes go faster. Wait, where is it at? Where is she? Brennan, what's up? Lara Famian does it better. Who's Lara Famian? Bill Maher. Okay. All right, we're going with Bill Maher. Let's see what this is all about. He's going to break down some of Santos' stuff. Late night show, what's going on? Yes. This is a Sunday show. You think the president changing every 4 to 8 years is a good thing? He tries to extract as much. Oh, crap. It's a good thing he tries to extract much wealth from the people in that amount of time. No, I don't. What? Yeah, well, I think term limits is. I'm not even. President isn't as big of a problem as some of our elected officials are. That's the biggest problem. All right, let's see. Also appropriate? What am I missing? Did I miss something? Comality. Okay.
Finally, new rule. Well, not a rule, but a big thank you for all the birthday wishes today from everybody out there. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But thank you very much. But birthdays and vacations are over now, and someone has.
Bill Maher calls George Santos a white supremacist. Shut up. God, it's just the worst.
To explain George Santos. Someone has to explain this phenomenon. In case you've been living under a rock, or you live here in California and your rock washed away. George Santos is the newly elected.
People of that bros do some crazy talking. Yeah, I don't hate Mayor. I don't hate him, but I don't think he's the brightest person ever. Santos is hilarious to me. Yeah, he's hilarious to me too. Like this idea of standards or something. We have a president that lies every 5 seconds about his resume. I mean, I just showed a clip at the beginning saying he was a University of Pennsylvania professor for a while after he was vice president. No, you weren't. Just because you were given some fake office doesn't mean you actually taught classes.
Republican House member from Long Island who Pinocchio'd his way into Congress and who represents a growing segment of American society, liars. Now, if you're sort of hazy on the details of Santos's life, don't worry, so is he. When they film his biography, it'll start with, based on a false story. This guy lied about...
So edgy. God, this guy is on rated R television.
His schooling, his career, his sexuality, his charity.
What's his real name anyways? Katara Ravachi? Yeah, something like that. That was his drag name or something. I don't know.
What kind of family raises a person like this? We don't know because he lied about them too. He lies like a goose shits. If he's not doing it at the very moment, he's about to. He said he attended the prestigious Horace Mann Prep School. They have no record of him, nor does NYU, where he said he got an MBA, or Baruch College, where he falsely claimed to have graduated in the top 1% of his class.
Conspiracy. George Santos actually is just trying to prove a point about Joe Biden.
And starred on the volleyball team. I would say you can't make this shit up.
George Santos lied in the public about it. Who cares? Yeah. A politician lied to get in office? No. Never heard of that before. Ever. This is new. We need to set a standard. We can't just allow this kind of crap to go.
But he just made this shit up. And it raises a lot of questions, starting with, if you're gonna lie, why volleyball? He also claimed he ran an animal charity that neutered 3,000 stray cats. He didn't, but...
K-Bean, thank you so much. You're the goat.
K-Bean super chatted $9.99. You're the goat.
Thank you so much, K-Bean. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you.
Again, what a strange thing to brag about. He literally lied about cutting off cats' nuts, and that takes a lot of balls. But, okay. Here's the explain part. Don't think Santos isn't pioneering something new in American politics. Of course, we've seen liars before, but it was always about tacking from the extreme to the center of your own party. What Mitt Romney called shaking.
What's these clowns fake laughing is pretty good. That's pretty much his whole show for me. Like every once in a while he actually makes me laugh, but a lot of it's just like obvious jokes. And then he's the kind of guy that if you're not laughing, he's like, why aren't you laughing? It's funny.
The Etch-a-Sketch.
The left string for comedy, exactly.
Santos is the first one to realize that since we are all in our hermetically sealed media bubbles now, you can pretend to be everything to voters.
By the way, welcome to the bubble.
In both parties. And no one on either side will notice. Some of Santos's lies appeal to the far right Republicans, like being all in, as he was on Trump's election denying, or making the white power sign in the halls of Congress. Or claiming he was a Wall Street wonderkind who made millions working at Goldman Sachs, which he didn't. Or that he was a luxury yacht broker, which he wasn't. The giveaway here is that Santos's district is Long Island, New York. Suburb of Manhattan, not as liberal, but almost always went Democratic. Biden won it by 8 points. So how did a Trump-loving, election-denying white nationalist get elected in a Democrat-leaning district? Simple. He told them what they wanted to hear, too. What do liberals love? Identity politics and victimhood. So he said he had a brain tumor. And he was one of the first New Yorkers hospitalized for COVID. He said he lost 4 co-workers in the famous Pulse nightclub shooting in 2016. He's from Brazil.
Fun fact, if you stand too close from Bill Maher, you choke to death from his smug. Exactly, bingo. Oh, white supremacist. I love it. I'll take that for $500.
Which is overwhelmingly Catholic, but when he ran in New York, he said he was Jewish. And in fact, his grandparents fled Ukraine to escape the Nazis. That's right, his Jewish Ukrainian forefathers escaped the Holocaust by being born Catholic in Brazil. His immigration policy is we must stop people...
Is he talking about Cuomo? Exactly. Exactly. Operation OK.
Like me from getting into this country. Also, he claims to be half black. Although
Same.
I doubt that's the half that wears a blazer with a fleece vest.
Or a slick comb over.
Oh, and he's gay. Of course. Or at least he is, since he divorced the woman he was married to 2 weeks before the campaign started. Oh, yes, George knows where the sweet
now COVID is funny, exactly.
spots are with Democrats, too. He once said, I'm very much gay. What does that mean, very much gay? You have a blue check mark on Grindr?
Okay, that almost made me laugh. That was like this close. That almost did it for me. He was close.
Everybody keeps asking, how could a guy like this get elected? I'll tell you how, because no one cares anymore about substance. It's all tribalism. The only thing that matters is he on our team?
Now talk about John Fetterman. Go.
Is he doing our shtick? Santos is just the first one to realize
Over
you
my
could
head
do
is scarf
both
skull.
sides
Yeah, me
shtick
too.
and get away with it because people have completely tuned out
He said he was very much gay and you believed it. Yeah, exactly.
anything that doesn't already fit their narrative. Republicans love a winner, and Democrats love someone whose life story makes you want to kill yourself. For Republicans, George claimed he went to the Capitol on January 6th. Yes, he personally attended the insurrection and has tweeted hashtags like Dems are destroying America. But that obviously didn't matter to plenty of Democrats in his district. What mattered is that he's a brave, sad, proudly gay, half-black Latino.
Papa, you pointed out so much obvious. I love that. He's like, he said his grandparents were Holocaust survivors and you believed it. Exactly. I mean, so much of like voting now, people don't actually like double check what people are saying. They're just like, okay, yeah, I did like a TikTok video a while ago. I forget what Republican House member said. She started talking about how like this is how we're supposed to act like this because we're Reagan Republicans. And I just laugh at that because that is such a buzzword for so many Republicans that mean absolutely nothing. And they just say that so that you're going like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to actually believe this now because, yeah, I'm an old school Republican. Like, remember when Republicans were the good guys like that, or like conservative, or had morals and stuff? Like, it's such a buzzword. It means absolutely nothing. And people just like believe whatever comes next. And I made a TikTok video and people were like, people on the right were so triggered by that. I'm like, how do you not see how many politicians will just say those words and whatever follows it means absolutely nothing. But they use that language in order for you to just tune out and go, okay, I'm just going to agree with whatever they say after this. No porno. Everyone's Hunter Biden's blue check mark. Bill hates this guy. He hits all the check marks. Now the truth comes out and you're mad at him. Exactly. My bros are all Trump diss times. What?
No Holocaust victim.
Papa, and that's it right there, Papa. It's almost as if a politician will tell you what you want to hear in order for you to support them. Exactly. I mean, that's what Joe Manchin was just doing. Joe Manchin on Meet the Press was talking extensively about how we need to have a balanced budget, but in the same light, we'll pass the omnibus bill that I know he didn't read. It's just like, whatever. You're right. We do need a balanced budget, but I'm not going to actually do that.
With a brain tumor. Vote for him. I'm surprised they didn't have him host the Oscars. Yes, everyone saw in George Santos what they wanted to see. Republicans saw a Trump-loving rich prick. Democrats saw a proudly gay person of color. And the Proud Boys saw a guy who would blow them after a couple of beers and not tell anyone.
Oh my God, that was so homophobic to the Proud Boys. God. Okay. All right, you guys get to choose what we watch next. Very exciting times, because that's what we're about here. This is what we're about. The only good time the Republicans were good guys were back in 1865 when they freed the slaves. Democrats have been awful since the beginning. Yeah, true. I did not have sex with that young lady. Which is involved in the Holocaust. All right, what are we gonna watch next? Okay. Okay. Make sure to get in the chat. This one or. Okay. Or. Okay. The Proud Boys, that's the best you can do, Bill. I mean, you suck at your job. Come on. Yeah, you know, Proud Boys is such like a cat call. It's just, you know, he doesn't actually have to say anything. You just say these words and people are like, oh, that's hilarious. Proud Boys, white supremacists. Yeah. You're so edgy. I love that. Bill Compelson. I remember. Smash the like button like Anna Kasparin does a box of wine on Tuesday night. Yes. Dude, she does. It would be my dream to have Anna on my show just so you can spam my text, the chat box. Base Derek. Hey, thanks. Proud Boys, you have a better chance of finding a Bigfoot. No, but seriously. I mean, it's just... Make sure to get... hit the poll, because whatever we watch is up to you guys, so you can't just go running your mouths yelling at me saying like I'm the reason everything goes to crap. Somebody sent me a video on YouTube of a short. I don't know what this is.
Hey pal, it's Dad. Look, I don't think they're going to get off my ass about these documents, and I know that there's at least, I want to say, 5 more places that I can remember that they are. Listen, use the red cell phone, call up Barack and Michelle, tell them Operation Crash and Burn is a go. Do this immediately, please. All right, I love you, pal. Bye.
What? What? Wait, was that real? I can't even tell if that's real. Okay, I'm gonna close the thing in 3, 2, 1. The Young Turks are responsible for the Armenian genocide, and Cenk is a Turkish Nazi sympathizer. Exactly. I'll watch whatever you post. You always have good stuff. Hey, KB, thank you again for the super chat. Good lord, KB, freaking A, man. Awesome. Thank you so much. It means so much to me.
KB super chatted $9.99. I'll watch whatever you post. You always have the good stuff.
Thank you, KB. And I'm trying. I try to do my best. You know, I don't want to have like too crazy of a show, but I try to find as many good clips. Yeah, that did seem kind of fake. I get sent like a lot of stuff. I'm like, that ain't real. I'm sorry. I know it fits our confirmation bias, but I don't know. Maybe it's real. You know, maybe it was the exclusive that we just got dropped, but I doubt it. So YouTube, if you're listening, I know that was not probably real. Most likely, mostly peaceful. Okay, what are we watching? Okay, we're watching Young Turks. Okay, Cenk Uygur is back from vacation. I'm just so excited. I saw him back from vacation. I just got pumped out of my mind. I'm like, finally, the cringe machine is back. Sounds like the big guy is checking out his money. Exactly. It did seem kind of fake. Operation Crash and Burn. I don't know why my membership doesn't show, but I did sign up. Oh, you did? You hit the join button? Yeah, I don't know why it didn't show. I don't know if like the payment didn't go through or what, but yeah, I didn't get a notification that you signed up, because I check on to see who my members are, because let me just double check. I think it's like in the description. Let me just see. Let me see. Maybe it did go through. Let me just see. I'll check live on air. I got a full special operations thumbtack. Okay. Memberships. Let me just see. See my members. Yeah, KB, I don't see you on my membership. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. If you paid for it, you might have to email YouTube, but like I don't see you on my list of people on my membership, so I'm sorry. Okay, let's watch. Cenk finally went on vacation. Poor guy went on vacation. I think he went on vacation. I just haven't seen him yet. All right, this is about TikTokers. Hopefully we'll get some good shorts from it.
Hi. I don't know if you guys have heard of perineum sunning, but it's when you expose your butthole to sunlight. 30 seconds is equivalent to walking around in the sun with your clothes on all day long. Vitamin D.
What is this? What is this? This is something I would do. These people have so much money. All right. Would you do that? Would you do that? Would you expose your bum to the sun for vitamin D is the question.
Soaking it up.
Think about it. Why would you not sun the most vital area of your body?
Christar does that? Shut up. Kevin, you tried? Wait, how do you try? You tried it? Oh, you tried it. Did you enjoy it? Christar, do you really do that? Because if you do that, that's amazing. I really want to know if that is like so beneficial for you.
You spread your legs and you just let the sun go on your butthole and your vagina.
Yes. We were born to be in the sun, especially the places that don't see the sun that often. My husband just loves that I do all this weird stuff. Of course you're tanning your hoo-ha.
Why would you sun all of your body except for your reproductive organs?
I can think of a few reasons, and let me tell you.
Wait, nothing more than 2 to 5 minutes though? Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know I have some chatters in here that are doing that. Thanks. We'll take my vitamin D3 K2 gels. I take my vitamin D in a gel too. You don't want to get burned exactly.
1, the claims made in this video have absolutely no evidence to boosting anything. You don't need to sun that really sensitive area. 2, this is almost like science denial. We literally evolved to walk upright where that area doesn't get sun, so you shouldn't be turning it up towards the fireball in the sky in order to expose it. And 3rd, I've literally removed skin cancers from people around the anus, on the vulva, on the penis. You don't want no part of cancer in that area, and definitively putting sun on that area, you're highly likely to get burned if you're doing that because it's an area that doesn't get a lot of sun exposure, and that's going to increase your risk of skin cancer. And then somebody like me is going to
I only take super male vitality. Wait, do you really take that?
Have to stick a needle in there. No.
Please say yes. Is that the Frank Thomas commercials?
Up and then start cutting away, and then perform reconstructive surgery to put things back together. I'm telling you, don't do perineum sunning. It's a stupid idea.
I love this story so much. Okay,
I bet you do.
This is my favorite story.
I bet you do.
They had me at the 2 people at the lounge chairs with their ankles to the ceiling. I mean, that right there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, okay? And because that's right now, that's
Eugenics.
America 2022. People will believe anything. And they're like, here, expose your anus to the sun. Wink at the sun with your brown eye. People are like, yes, that's definitely gonna work.
So I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, from now on, I refuse to be referred to as unvaccinated. I want everyone to now call me a pure blood.
So I'm just sitting over here thinking, instead of being known as or qualified as unvaccinated, you can start referring to me as a pure blood. Thanks.
Oh.
As somebody who's also a pure blood, let me just say, in your face.
Oh, you're telling us how we should refer to you. Like the people who are refusing to get vaccinated during a global pandemic where more than 650,000 Americans have already died, where schools have to keep shutting down, closing, reopening, shutting down again, where hospitals are overwhelmed with unvaccinated COVID patients.
Butthole cancer is real. I could butthole cancer. It just came out weird. I'm pure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we inconveniencing you by referring to you with the correct, accurate word, unvaccinated? Does that offend you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want to be called pure blood? I mean, what is this goofball nonsense? No, but it goes to the issue, and we repeat it over and over again, of entitlement.
What? What? Entitlement? I can't wait to hear this be broken down in the most ridiculous, stupidest way possible. My pronouns are pure blood. It's like pure in blood. Free person on sheep. There you go.
That like they're the victims. Like we're not referring to them with.
Rewind that real quick. I'm stuck on butt cancer.
Of entitlement. That like they're the victims. Like we're not referring to them with their preferred nickname or their preferred description. Like we're the bad guys. Like the unvaccinated don't like that. No. I am entitled to be referred to as pure blood. No, I'm gonna call you whatever the hell I want.
Yo guys, I made a new sexuality.
I like how pretend mad she is. Like, God, you don't care. Oh my God, this is why I love the news. It's so stupid. We don't refer to me as unvaccinated. Refer to me as Night Ranger. Night Ranger, and refer to me as Nighthawk. This reminds me of when the Draco Malfoy was Johnny versus Amber trial. Oh yeah, exactly.
Now, actually, it's called super straight.
Okay?
Since straight people or straight men as myself, I get called transphobic because I wouldn't date a trans woman. You know, they're like, "Would you date a trans woman?" I'm like, "No, why? That's a."
How do you tell if a pureblood, if you're a pureblood, if they lie? Great question. Purebloods don't lie. All right. I've never lied.
Email. No, like that's not a real woman to me. Like I want real woman. No, you're just transphobic. So now I'm super straight. I only date the opposite gender women that are born women. So you can't say I'm transphobic now because that's just my sexuality, you know?
So it's got a serious component. We'll talk about it in a second. But when my 8-year-old daughter walks into the room and says, "I didn't just eat the last cookie," I got news for you. First of all, that cookie's gone. Okay. Second of all, I have an excellent sense of who might be the culprit. So when you walk into a room and declare, "I am super straight," I probably got news for you. And it ain't that you're super straight.
George Santos is super straight. I thought it was going to be way more cringe than that. It turned out to not be as cringe. All right. What are we gonna watch next? You guys choose what we watch. Oh, I gotta end this poll. I need to find out if you guys are butt tanners or not. Okay, we got 62% saying no to the butt tan. That dude's greasy. He's so greasy. The guy should eat less cookies. Yes. Cenk is waiting for someone to coin the term super gay, so he doesn't have to. Exactly. All right, we got 62% of non-butthole tanners. I'm so thankful that that my chatters aren't super weird. I'm just kidding. I think I would try it, to be honest. If I didn't live in a place where people would easily see me share my butthole for the sky, I would probably try it. I'm that kind of person. But I'm the guy that like takes like cold showers because I saw it on a video once and I was like, that's a pretty good idea. So if somebody showed me a long enough video about how butthole tanning is like good for you, I'd be like, all right, I'll try it out. but that's just how insane I am. So judge me all you will. All right, next thing you guys choose. Butt tanners, dude. Butt tanners unlimited. Okay, Fox Big Sunday Show, or. You guys don't seem very excited about that. Okay, or okay. You guys choose. And then while you guys choose, see. I love this chat. Good. I do too. You never know until you try. Exactly. I used to think that my life was meaningless, void, and useless, loneliness, worthless, and I saw Young Turks, and it changed my life. No matter how bad things get, I would never be like them. That's so depressing. Dang. All right, make sure you get your votes in so you don't freak out when we watch whatever we watch. This sounds like the Fifth Element opera. I know. Make sure you get your votes in. Like a flower or tree. I'll throw my head back and sing. All right. All right, I'll close down the chat. Let's see. Wow. Okay, the chat is closed. Wow. All right. I haven't seen this yet. I'm excited. I know he kind of pretended like he didn't know who Silk was in the funeral, which is interesting. I think he like helped pay for it or something. Which is a pretty awesome move and really sweet of him to do. But I think it's kind of funny. I think at some point Trump is like, I didn't really know her. I did know Diamond. Like, why would you say that? Diamond died, not so. Oh right, sorry. Whatever. God. It's not that they all look alike, okay? Don't call me racist. Okay, here we go. I just didn't know them that well. I just know their faces. Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, crap. Oh, no. I have to find it again? Why did I do that? God, I'm the worst. Okay, I found it.
Well, I want to thank you all.
It's kind of weird to start chanting that at a funeral. I'm just going to say that. It's kind of weird.
It's been an incredible time, a very sad time, but it's a time of celebration, too, because this is a fantastic woman that we've lost, but we haven't really lost her because she's looking down, and she loved her sister and she loved her family. I talked to her about it. She was a great, passionate woman with a great, big, beautiful brain. And
sweet lady, sad stuff, Derek. You don't. I did a long video the day she died, Junior. God, you're so triggered by everything with Trump, man.
I said, you know, you're very different from your sister, and I just learned that she's really not so different. I thought you were the quiet one, you know. I said, you know, Silk is really smart, but she's very quiet. She's not quiet. And what about the voices I heard tonight? I'll tell you, the voices I heard, your voice, and it's been incredible. It's really been an incredible time. I don't know. So I've been to many funerals. I've been many events of a lot of different kind, because I don't even know if you call this a funeral. I think I'd call this a real celebration, right? I really would. I really think it is. It's a celebration. And thank you, Pastor. Great job.
It's so hard to not laugh for me when I hear him talk, because he says so many funny things. So I don't know if I can handle this for this long, because he talks for a long time.
But it's a incredible thing, and I don't believe, you know, they told me, I said, give me a little time, because I have a lot of people waiting for me back in a place.
My payment said it went through, but it doesn't show. I'll do it through or not. That is weird. I know YouTube doesn't take some form of payment. Sometimes it just takes a while for it to process. I have no idea. I have no idea. That's weird.
Place called Palm Beach.
Trump is a good guy, so bad people don't like him. So if you don't like Trump, you're probably on the dark side. Dark inside?
Florida. They said, give me a little time. What do you think it'll take? Oh, about 15, 20 minutes, in and out. I said, well, it could take longer. This is a little longer than 15 minutes, right? I've been sitting here for a long time, but you know what? I've never enjoyed anything more. And I believe
Injustice.
that...
You are a victim, Gavian. If only YouTube cared.
This is one of the most beautiful
I
events
care.
I've ever attended.
I just wish they cared as much as I did.
The rich, the poor. But I have attended the biggest and the best. And
You did it on a droid?
This is one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. This is one of the greatest tributes I've ever seen. And I just want to thank Silk. We spoke. And I'm so happy we were able to do this and just get it done. And just get it done. And
Exactly, Chrysler.
all
Thank
those
you.
people that are looking on right now. You have a lot of people looking on. You have a lot of fake news out there that you don't even know they're there. They're there. But I have a feeling they'll even treat it well because it can be nothing better. They can't be that fake. There's been no more beautiful tribute to anybody that I've ever seen. So I have a feeling that they're going to treat you very well. I know it's streaming all over, and I know you're going to have a lot of television. And your father got up, and your brother got up. What a voice! Ooh, what a voice! And what a voice! And it was just incredible to watch. And by the way, you are a character, McGee. He's a character. I'll tell you what, he's great. He's great. I bet he was one handsome guy too. Look at him. Look at him. He was a handsome one. Most beautiful family. So I just want to tell you it's incredible. It's such an honor to be here, and I'm glad it was long because we had a
Trump Silk 2924. 2924.
And sometimes you go to a church service and it's not, very exciting. We don't want to say that because it's not about excitement, but sometimes you go to a service and you can't get out fast enough, right? But I had a minister years ago, sometimes quick, but I had a minister years ago, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale.
Have you ever been to a boring church? Come on.
The power of positive thinking. And this reminds me so
Quick
much
call
of
Trump.
that. You'd go to church and you would just like him to tell more. He was a great storyteller, actually, and he told stories relative to religion, sometimes relative not to religion. But he was a preacher at Marble Collegiate Church on Fifth Avenue, which is where I went. And he was an incredible orator, incredible speaker, actually. But he told very interesting stories and many modern day stories and some biblical stories, but he always put it together. And I'll never forget, it didn't happen often because you don't see that too much anymore. But you hated when the service was over. Does that make sense? You hated, you said, keep going for another couple of hours. We don't mind. And that's
Trump
a little bit
Ramble
like
Lives
this. I hate
Matter.
when it's over, in a sense, because it's been so beautiful and so great. And, the world has lost one of its brightest stars, real star, but I see that we have another star who is equal to, but she stepped up and she is different. I'm serious. I thought I knew them both. I didn't. I knew Diamond, but I didn't know Silk at all. I just learned about Silk. You're fantastic. You're going to...
There's literally pictures with him taking pictures with both of them and hugging them. Okay. I don't know this person.
Carry on beyond.
My concentration, I'm getting there too.
Beyond anybody's wildest imagination.
It's kind of all I wanted to see, that part right
but
there.
But we've lost...
Creature in Silk was always the girl to say, and that's right, Diamond, exactly. Trump needs a sassy black lady more than ever. He
One
does.
of our purest hearts, and that's for sure. Lynette Diamond Hardaway was a friend, and she was a sister, a mother, and an American patriot, incredible patriot. And she was a stream of energy. She had energy. You have that same energy. I hate to say it. You have that.
I hate to say you got energy. I wouldn't want to say that to you, but you do.
All right, guys. You guys, this has been one of my funnest streams ever. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hanging out with me. It's Sunday. I hope this night has been good for you guys. You guys are the most amazing people on earth. It's getting later my time, but I love every single one of you guys. You guys are amazing people on earth, and let us just watch this one more time. Sexy. You guys are the most amazing people. Thank you guys so much for being in my chat and chatting with me. You guys are amazing. I can't do the show without you. Seriously, I can't. I would never want to do the show without any of you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Even if things you don't, in my chat, you disagree with me and stuff like that, cool. I'm glad we have a good time, and we push back and forth, and we grow and help one another out. You guys, I want this to be the theme song of the next Street Fighter. Me too. Do you mean she has the spirit? Yeah, the spirit of the Lord is. She's got the same spirit as Joe Biden. You know, good people. God. Ciao. You guys are amazing. I hope enjoy your night. I will see you guys tomorrow for another live stream. Look out for my schedule now is Sunday through Thursday live streams. And I will, if I'm working late, I will do a later live stream. That's just how it's going to be, because this is how we do it. Hit the thumbs up, please. Yes, exactly. You guys are amazing. Thank you, guys. K-Bean and Willie, thank you so much for the super chats. And thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night. I love every single one of you guys. I couldn't do this show without you. Tell your friends and family about this show the best way. Hopefully we'll get some good videos tomorrow and some insane videos. But I love every single one of you guys. Check you guys on the flippity flop. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.